Well, here's a rare sight to be seen. Here in Canada, that is. Looks like my bank teller gave me 3 rolls of pennies today, so I'm a little curious to see what's inside. So, let's start off with this one. Let's see if we can find any oldies. Who knows? Pennies are interesting. Maybe I can get an American silver dime. Oh no! No! Why? What the heck is going on? Oh my god. What the heck? Oh no, they're destroyed pennies. No! Well, at least they're modern, so I can't be complaining that much. So, but dear God, what in the world has happened to this penny? That is nasty. I know it's a memorial cent. Don't know what year it is. Don't want to know what year it is. Don't matter what it is. Because that is gross. That looks like it was put in a urinal for many years. I'm not seeing anything other than just a bunch of modern pennies, so... Well, there's the right amount. I'm not going to bother to check every variety for these types. I didn't see any 2006s, and I'm not going to check the 2005s because I'm more interested in the 2006 varieties because they're a little bit more rare to find. But God, that is disgusting. I'm just going to put that back in the roll. Because we're also going to hunt some nickels here too, so I'm either going to have to figure out how to replace that penny or clean it. I'm pretty sure my dealer wouldn't be happy if that was in the roll. Okay, I'm seeing some older stuff, but at least it's not all covered in that god-awful stuff. Ah, there's a 63. Looks like we got ourselves a Loria portrait. Come on, autofocus. I have to do everything manually today. I know there's different types and varieties for the 63. Once I go through all these pennies and put the ones onto the side, I'll check to see what ones I can find, because I think it would be very interesting to see what's all out there, what can be found, stuff like that. Heck, I might even find a proof penny. That'd be interesting. I don't keep my copper because it's really not worth it, in my personal opinion. The profits are way too small, and it's just really not worth doing. Like, if you want to do it, be my guest. I'm more of a nickel guy. I'm not seeing any 2006s. I do see a mutilated 1970 penny. My God, what happened in this coin? That is not an error, I know that. It was like somebody tried to, like... I think I know what they were doing. I think they were trying to melt down these pennies. You know, that's highly illegal if you get caught doing that. Technically, it's legal to even deface money. Not a lot of people know that, but even just writing on it, it's considered frowned upon. Just no one says anything about it, but... So... I was gypped a penny. Those buggers. That's not cool. So I'll just put that off to the side for now. They gypped me a cent. What the heck, man? bring that a little bit in and be a lot more nicer. Not seeing much, but I'm not expecting for much, considering that, well, these were probably stars through. 1969. Lincoln Memorial Sun. Something weird's going on beside that 69. What in the world? What the heck is going on? I think it's just a nick. Look under the microscope, but I'm pretty sure that's just a nick. So I'll just put that off to the side. I do see a 70. Come on, where's the Wheaties? Where's all the cool stuff? Oh, this is pretty cool. Looks like I found a 64D. I know, you guys are probably laughing. But hey, I don't get pennies that often here in Canada, so when I do, it's kind of a treat. Oh, here we go. Looks like we got ourselves a rock dove. That's pretty cool. Don't see any of that double date. That would be on the bottom of that, but I have to look more under a loop for that. So, got a rock dove, and there's a 65, and there's a 64. It looks like we're going to be getting 2 laureate portraits today. Huh, that's pretty cool. So we got a couple interesting penny finds. You see a 2006. It says the no mint mark. So I'm going to put this off to the side, go through these pennies one more time, and then if I happen to find any weird varieties, I'll show you them. Either that, I'll just start hunting the nickels. So I went through those rolls of pennies, even the other one that I put away, and no varieties, nothing special, nothing particularly interesting. So I'm going to start off with the see-through roll of nickels, and let's see what can be found. Maybe some gold. We got some nickel already. It's always good to add to the nickel stack right now because nickel is pretty high and it's getting a little bit more scarce to come by. So anytime I see nickel, I pull it out. I'm not seeing much in this one, so I'm going to start going through these next rolls, and if I happen to find something, I'll call you guys back in. And the very next roll, we're going to get a pretty interesting nickel, a decahedron, or how to pronounce it, but it is a 1961. Some shape pronunciations I find are really hard to pronounce, which is kind of funny. I'm pretty sure it's called like a decahedron or something like that. It's basically a 12-edged nickel. 60. Oh, there looks like you got a bit of a nickel dump. Ooh. Oh, look at this one. Holy moly. Yeah, oh, looks like we do have a nickel dump. But check out this one. I do not find nickels in this nice of shape, but cracking this roll open, I'm like, I see some modern. I was like, ooh, and then I was like, oh, look at this one. Oh, it's got a big old scratch on it, unfortunately, but it's a 64. Is it that extra water line? Cannot see it. Is it that extra water line? No, it's not, but still. Looks like we're gonna have a bit of a nickel dump. Looks like I'm gonna be keeping these. Holy. Yeah, the whole entire roll is nothing but nickel. And I see some 64s in here, so I'm getting a little excited. Not an extra water line. Oh, maybe there's another collection dump, but oh my golly, look at this 64. Let's see if I can get that to focus in. I love these Lauria portrait nickels. Look at that. Looks like it's almost proof-like. Holy. Like, that's really nice. I know there is a Whistling Queen, which is basically, if I could focus in on it a little better before it slips out of my hand, because it is such a nice coin. I don't think it is, but more or less, this is a very nice nickel. There's some other ones. Let's see what the other ones are. Oh, it looks like we got some 70s stuff that's in pretty decent shape too. And this is just from one roll. There's another 5 that are like that, so another nice 78. Wow. Some of these I'm going to have to keep. I'm definitely not going to be putting these back in a roll. Another nice 78. Yeah, it looks like we got a bit of mixture of all different stuff. I'm excited to see what's in the other rolls, so I'm going to start going through the lighter rolls, and then I'll start getting into the heavier ones, because I'm pretty sure these ones might be a collection dump. That's just nickel. This is a bonus. Like, sweet. So I went through the other lighter rolls of nickels. There were nothing in it other than a 64, but now I'm getting into the heavier ones, and I do think it's possible that these are full rolls of nothing but solid nickel. Like, there's a 68, so. And I see a couple octagons in here, so you might have a little bit of a collection dump. Here's another 64. Hopefully we can find another extra water line. Oh, this would have been a nice 73. If it wasn't for the scratches. That's unfortunate. What other ones are in here? So sit back, relax, because we're going to be going through a lot of nickels. That could potentially be something interesting. I see a 63. That's heavily mutilated. Huh. So we got a 63 to add up on the board. And we got this octagon. So it's a Lauria portrait. Please be from the 50s. And it's a 1960. Huh, it seems like this person might have had something a little more interesting. And I see another Lauria portrait, and I do see a 63 in front of it. That is very interesting. What's it going to be? Ooh, a 59. 1959 nickel to add up on the board. There is a lot of nickel in these rolls, so getting into a little bit more nicer ones. And this one's pretty nice. Check out this 74. I ended up knocking the rolls. Oh no, and I already see a few ones in here that are pretty nice, so there's a lot to take in. It looks like we got a 60. As well. So I'm going to go through these, separate them from the 60s and stuff like that. Then I'm going to start putting some of them back into their rolls, and then I'll call you guys back in on the next roll. Man, this is a little exciting to see what can possibly be in here, and it looks like we're going to have an octagon right off the hop, so maybe it's a whole roll. Nah, can't get that lucky. Let's see what it is. What could it be? Another 61. So it's like we're getting a bit of a date range, but they seem pretty consecutive, so I'm a little interested to see what this one is. What's it going to be? Ooh, a 56. With a nicked rim, unfortunately. It's got that nick on its rim. That's really weird. Huh, looks like we got a 56. So we're getting some 50 stuff. Got 2 more rolls here, so this is a little interesting. The tape's getting stuck to me. Ooh, and this one's a nice one. Ooh, a 76. Some of these might be actual upgraders if I ever get an album book. Yeah, and these are definitely ones I want to keep to the side. Another Laureate portrait from 64. Not the extra waterline. So we got a mixture of years, dates, stuff like that. So from the 70s, 60s, kind of a little all over. Another 64. Said extra waterline. Nope. Another 64. Is this going to be an extra waterline? Nope. But I am going to check if there's a flip version. But my golly. Ooh, even check out in this 75. It's like someone was trying to put a collection together. Some of these coins look like they haven't even circulated at all. Some of them are in pretty nice shape. Some of them I'll keep, some of them I won't. Even this 74 is pretty nice. So we got all mixtures of different stuff. The reason why I say that it's pretty uncommon to see stuff like that is because, one, the Royal Canadian Mint's trying to take this stuff out as quickly as possible, and I want to get as much nickel as possible before potentially the actual nickel phases out. So I'm going to put this away, and then I'll call you in for the next roll. It's nice seeing nothing but solid rolls of nickels, and I see another Laureate portrait ender, and it looks like it's going to be another octagon. What's this one going to be? I see another one inside of here, so we're getting a mixture, just like previously, of different stuff, and it looks like this time it's going to be a 62. Oh, would you look at that? Huh. I think that might actually be a double date. I'll have to look that under the microscope. Yeah, it is. Huh, that is awesome. So it looks like we found a variety which is considered to be the 1962 double date nickel. I'm going to focus that in as much as possible to get what you guys are seeing. It's kind of like, how do I put it, dye deterioration that causes it, but this is still considered a variety. But yeah, you can see that doubling underneath the 2 and the 1. You have to go on the microscope to see it on the 9 and the 6. But yeah, it looks like we got a double date 1962 nickel, which is a pretty cool variety. So let's see what other things we can find. Oh, I see a 64. Is it going to be an extra waterline? Nope. Oh, another 64. Is it going to be an extra waterline? Nope. I found 2 so far, but who knows? Maybe I could find another one. Holy moly, man! Like these nickels, like someone had to have stored these for a very long time. Alright, here's a 63. I'm surprised I haven't seen any Jackrabbit nickels yet. Maybe he took them out. Or she. Who knows? 69. Oh, I see another 64, but my golly, look at this 80. If you're just starting out coin roll hunting and you found something like this, you'd be able to make an album book real good. This one looks like it could potentially be a Jackrabbit nickel. Is it? Nah, it's just a really nice 74. So yeah, we're getting a bunch of good mixtures. Another 64. Is it going to be that extra waterline? Nope. Come on. Give me an extra waterline. Oh, 1961. We're getting all sorts of goodies. But where's the rabbits? Are they hiding from me? I guess it's not rabbit season right now. Ooh, a 73. Like, my golly. If ever wants to focus in on me. There we go. Wow. That is really nice. Like, yeah, some of these coins must have not circulated at all. Somewhere along the lines of that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go through these one last time, make sure which ones I want to keep and which ones I don't. Then I'll call you guys for the last and final roll. I would say there's a pretty good amount of different dates. We got a bunch of really nice uncirculated 70s nickels from 73, 74, 75, 76, 78, and 79. There are some other ones I wish there were in there, but this 64 nickel is just outstanding. It looks like it has a really weak strike on the end. So it's pretty cool to see something like that. It almost looks like it's a proof. I'm pretty sure it's not. I could be wrong. I'm not a complete expert, but hey, let's see what's in the final roll. And call this for a wrap-up. And I see 3 more octagon edges, so... And I see a Laureate portrait right there. It's another 64. Is it going to be that extra waterline? Nope. 69 up, another 64. Is it going to be that extra waterline? Don't want to focus in on me? Fine. Oh, now you do. But it's not an extra waterline. Oh, there's another nice 75. Like, these nickels are real nice. And it looks like another 62 and a 61. I'm not seeing that double date on this one, so it looks like this is just the regular variation. The 62 nickel. Don't see that dye deterioration underneath the 1 or 2, but that is pretty cool. And I see another Laureate portrait, but before I get into that, here is a 1961. What's it going to be? Extra waterline? Give me an extra waterline. I know it's a 64. No extra waterline. We're stacking them up. There's another 60. And that's going to be it for the octagon ones, or the decohesion. Let's see if there's anything else. 68. I'm not seeing much of anything else. Oh, there's another 63. No Georgies? Come on, where's the Georgies? I'm looking for Georgies. Oh, looks like I see another 64 and a 63. We're just racking in the Loria portraits. And this one isn't a extra waterline either. No. So I think that's going to be almost about it. So one last chance for an extra waterline, but what is it? And no, it's not. So I'm going to put this final roll away, and I'll call you guys for the wrap-up. So here is the wrap-up. It looks like I got a couple old pennies along with a rock dove, but it's missing its friend, the jackrabbit. There was a 63, 64, 65. I'm going to check that to see if there's any variations for it for like 0.5 or something like that. I'm going to check this right quickly. Yeah, it's just a nick on this 69. So, nothing too special about this Lincoln Memorial cent. And I'm basically just going to throw it back in, so no point in keeping that. So for the nickels, these are the ones I am going to be keeping because I always keep my Loria portraits and I always throw them in rolls. So I got a solid amount of 64s here. I'm going to count real quickly. So there's 15 64 nickels. There's 5 63s, 2 62s, one being a regular one being a double date one, which is very sweet to be seeing. Get that to focus in. Isn't that cool? Like, I'm glad I can show this off to you guys. Got some scratches, unfortunately, but this is stuff that you don't periodically see that often, so definitely worth keeping and holding on to. I found a good amount of 61s, which were 4. Found 3 60s, 59, 60, and for uncirculated ones from the 70s, I found a 73, 3 74s, 2 75s, 76. I found 4 78s and a 79. These are in really good shape, I would have to say. Definitely worth keeping. So they haven't really went through the grinder that much, so once I get an album, I'll put them in, and then I'll update you guys on how that album works if I'm able to get one. And before I go, let's appreciate this really nice 1964. I'm pretty sure that's a weak strike on the end. Nickel. So, like, subscribe to my channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this interesting hunt. We got a bit of nickel. I gotta put a couple more in here to make that a solid roll. I'm pretty sure it was 5 rolls of nothing but solid nickel. So stay tuned for more videos down the road. I will be doing a dime roll hunt later on tonight because we got a silver dime in this roll. And I'm curious to see what it is. People in the comments section on the coin roll hunting community on Facebook are saying, oh, it's not silver. No, it is silver. I can just tell by looking at it. I don't even have to open it up. So stay tuned for another hunt tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed this long video. You know the moral of the story, guys. Happy hunting.